Hi everybody, welcome back to Know Your Verbs. My name is Alicia, and in this episode, we're going to talk about the verb go. Let's get started. Let's start with the basic definition of the verb go. The basic definition of go is to travel to another location. Let's look at some examples. I'm going to the beach this weekend. He went to work at 8 a.m. today. Now let's look at the conjugations for this verb. Present, go, goes. Past, went. Past participle, gone. Progressive, going. Now let's talk about some additional meanings for this verb. The first additional meaning of go is to say. To say, it's like using said, but in informal setting. Let's look at some examples. I go, how are you? And my boss goes, not good. She goes, I can't believe it. And I went, me neither. So this use of go shows us how people report speech. We use go, or the past tense went, to communicate the same thing we do when we use the verb say or said. So in these example sentences, I've used go or goes or went to report speech. So when you're reporting speech, which means you're sharing something someone else has said, you can use go, goes, or went to describe that instead of say or says or said. So when I say something like, my boss went, or I went, it means I said, or my boss said. We just use go, we choose to use go to make the situation sound a little bit more casual. So it's an informal way to report speech. You can use this in exactly the same way you would use say or said in past tense. The next additional meaning is to combine well, or to commonly be found together. Some examples. Sweet and spicy flavors often go together. I don't think that shirt goes with those pants. So this use of go means to combine two or more things together, or like to combine them together well. Some of you might think this means match, but actually match and go are a little bit different. We see this in the second example sentence, like, I don't think that shirt goes with those pants. Actually, this does not mean match. To go is different from to match. To match refers to two things that are exactly the same. To go does not mean that these two things are the same. It means these two things combine well. So when we say those pants and that shirt go together, or those go, for example, that just means that they combine nicely. They combine well together. So when you use go in this way, those things go together, it means that they are nice together. They combine in a nice or pleasant or pleasing way. The next additional meaning is to be called by a name. Some examples. His name is William, but he goes by Bill. Her name is Elizabeth, and she went by Beth when she was in school. So this is a very common way of explaining someone's name or someone's nickname. We see this in the first example sentence. His name is William, but he goes by Bill, meaning he is called the name Bill. So we use go to talk about the way that we refer to another person, like, what should I call you, or what do you go by? Those two expressions have the same meaning. So in this case, he goes by Bill. So we use that by there to show the name that we use to refer to a person. He goes by Bill. In the second example sentence, we see a past tense example of this. So when she was in school, she went by Beth. So we use past tense there because it refers to a past situation. She went by Beth. So you can use this if you have a nickname or if you want to introduce someone who has a nickname. So for example, William and Bill are very common in terms of names and nicknames. William is the proper name, Bill is the nickname. Elizabeth and Beth are another common combination. So if you have a nickname, you can use this to talk about how you prefer to be named, or how you prefer to be called, I suppose. So you can say, I go by plus your nickname. So this go means to be called something or to be named something. The next additional meaning is to belong in a specific place. Some examples. Where do the office supplies go? All the kitchen tools go in this cabinet. So this use of go refers to usually items that belong somewhere specific. So in your home or in your workplace or in the place where you study, you probably have some locations where there are just kind of like designated areas for things. So when you want to talk about where like your kitchen supplies are supposed to be placed, you can say, for example, plates go in this cabinet, or glasses go in that cabinet, or office supplies go in the desk drawer. So when you want to talk about the specific location for an object, you can use go to describe that here. This goes in that location. Now let's move along to some variations with the verb go. The first variation is to go through with something. This